So this is my cart from the Goodwill Bins today. I didn't do any filming inside, but this is what I got in my cart. So this is my thrift haul from the Goodwill Outlet Bins. I have several DIY projects and I'm going to try to work on some of those for you in this video. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're going to start with the bucket that came from the Goodwill outlet. I'm going to get it cleaned up and I'll be back. Dixie Belle, a chalk mineral paint in the color Kudzu. While the paint is drying, let's go on with this next DIY. I also found this at the Goodwill outlet and I have cleaned it a little bit, but I did see a spot right here that I need to try to get off if I can. Yeah, I'll work on getting that off and cleaning it again, and then I'm hoping this is going to be a really simple DIY. Okay, so I got that off. What I'm going to do is I am going to leave this page right here. I'm not going to paint the book or anything. I might touch that up with just a little bit of gold if I need to. I might get rid of this if I can find something to replace it with because it's kind of shabby. And I'm going to leave this right here. And I'm going to take one of these transfers. It was from an Iron Orchid design. I think it came out a couple Christmases ago. I'll see if I can find the name of it and put it up on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut her out and see if I can put her in this picture over here. So I have her all cut out. Let's see if I can transfer her on here and make it look like it belongs with this picture. What do you think? Do you think she looks like she belongs with that picture? I'm not for sure. I'm gonna leave her there for now. So I have some more of these from that same transfer book, and I'm gonna put one over here, and I think that might tie it together. I'm just leaving the original down there and I'm putting the transfer over the top. So I decided before I put the top coat on, I'm just taking a 320 grit sandpaper and I'm just lightly sanding around the edges just to help it blend in, but I think I like it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Dixie Belle clear coat in the flat finish. I'm going to go ahead and put that on before I put any waxes on. So the name of the transfer book that I've been using is called Fairy Merry Christmas. And it's an Iron Orchid Designs transfer book. It's been at least a couple years. And when I was looking through, I saw this. I haven't used this yet. How cute is he? I did not get this at the Goodwill Bins, but it is a faux book that I've had in my DIY stash. And I'm going to put him on here for my vignette. Okay, to keep with my theme, I found this also in the Fairy Merry Christmas transfer book, and I think I'm going to transfer it on where the label was, like the chalkboard label. I'm going to transfer this on and then decide what to do after that. So I'm taking the same sandpaper that I used before, and I'm just going around and sanding the edges first, and then I might sand a little bit like right here just to age it a little bit so it doesn't look so new. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to cut her out and put her like inside here, but I think I'm gonna stamp a number in here. I think I would like that better. So I am using the Iron Orchid Designs typesetting stamp. I'm using the number 6 because I'm going to try to get 6 projects done in this video. We'll see how that goes. But you could use any stamps that you have. There's a lot of different number and letter stamps out there. Time to add a little bit of wax to the book. I'm just using Jolie's black wax and clear wax that I had used in a project a few weeks ago, and I just saved it in case I needed to age something. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the wax just to see if it'll age it just a little bit. And I'm also going to do the same thing to the metal bucket. Just to try to give it a little bit of age and help blend it all together. Okay, so I am just not a big fan of this tassel, but as of right now I haven't found anything to replace it with. So what I'm going to do is I tried braiding it and that didn't work. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of it off and see if that will help. So next, from the Goodwill bins, I picked up this tin. It's not an old tin or anything like that, not vintage. And I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to try something different. I am going to use this hammered Rust-Oleum spray paint to see if it will give me a little bit of texture, and then I'm going to paint it with another paint. Okay, so the spray paint on the tin has dried and I got a little bit of texture. I'm going to see how it works with this milk paint. I have wanted to use these colors for a long time, so now I'm going to try them out. I'm going to try out In a Pickle and Basil. I have mixed 2 tablespoons of basil and 1 tablespoon of In a Pickle with 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to let it set for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's time to paint. It's getting kind of dark in here, but I hope you can see all of that crackle, and it looks like gold is showing through from that hammered spray paint. I love it. I had a plan for this, but I might have to change my plan. I'm not for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another coat, and I did use the hair dryer to help get this crackle. So next I have the lamp from the Goodwill bins. I've tried 2 different light bulbs. It does not work. And I thought this was wood, but it is not. It's resin or something like that. So I'm going to try to figure out what I can do with this lamp. So I took the lamp all apart. Now I have to figure out what to do with it. It had a weighted bottom, and then it comes in 3 pieces here. So I need to think about what to do with this. So I had leftover milk paint, and I thought I would try painting these lamp pieces, and I let them set overnight, and it didn't stick very well at all, but I didn't prime it or anything. So I'm going to try to scrape a lot of that off, and I have added this molding to the bottom base piece here because it had the little hole right there where the cord went through, and I wanted to cover that up. And I used this mold right here from, I think it's, I don't know who the maker is, but it's like for a cake fondant mold. And I glued that on, and I'm gonna be going over the lamp pieces with Dixie Belle Magnolia color, I think. But I wanted to show you the tin. It turned out really good. I've sanded it already. I really like the way it looks. I'm still trying to decide what I want to put on there. I didn't get this on camera, but I'm trying to use up this transfer set. So I went around the tin and I put all the different fairy transfers on there, and now I'm going to apply one to the top. So I took the mirror out of the frame, and I used the little bit of leftover milk paint that I had, and I painted the frame. I really like the way it turned out. I didn't add a primer or anything to this plastic frame, and it worked really well with the milk paint. So I had thrifted a few of these wood trays where you can put photos in them, or like a cross stitch projects or something. You just unscrew the ends here and you put your project in there. So I decided to take the placemat that I got from the Goodwill bins and put it inside the tray. Here are some of the Goodwill bins completed projects. I think the book turned out really good, and that was a very easy transformation. And look at all the crackle goodness on the tin. And I was very happy that I got to use up a lot of the transfers from that Christmas transfer book. And here is the placemat that I put in the tray. I think that turned out really nice. And for now, I've just added a piece of decoupage paper in front of the mirror. It's not decoupaged on, in case I want to use the mirror later. There's that little cutie. And here is the bucket. I think it turned out good also. Here are the lamp pieces. I made the bottom one into a riser. And then for the top one, I just added a finial and made an architectural piece. And for the big wall decor, I was able to take the metal piece off of the frame, and I took it outside and spray painted it with an antique gold spray paint, and then I put it back together. And here is the sphere. I did the same for it. I painted it with the antique gold spray paint, and then I've added a wreath and then a candle. I think it turned out really cute also. So let me know in the comments if you have a favorite project that I worked on today. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a great day.